Hey Star Wars fans! Kelleran Beq, also known as the Sabered Hand, is a Jedi Master known for rescuing Grogu from the Jedi Temple during Order 66. We saw this in The Mandalorian Season 3. As soon as I saw his Jedi tunic and cloak, I was instantly intrigued by it. It looks different and unique compared to all the other Jedi that we normally see. And I've been really wanting to do a Jedi cosplay that when people see me, they don't instantly say, "Oh, you're Mace Windu," for obvious reasons. So I'm really excited about having this particular cosplay. The package arrived, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this design and quality turned out. Join me as I open this up and see if we can create a cosplay for less than $100. I'm Gray Paladin, and welcome to my Saberhood. If you're new to this channel, the base of my content is centered around Star Wars, lightsabers, reviews, cosplay, conventions, and live stream discussions. If you are a subscriber, welcome back, and thank you for joining me on yet another one of my cosplay adventures. If at any point in this video you want to skip around or jump ahead to something that you want to see more specifically, just go ahead and click on the timestamps in the description down below. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this bag open and see what this cosplay looks like. So, I ordered this on eBay and it was only $79, but we'll just round it up to $80. So, my hope is that I can piece together a quality cosplay without breaking the bank. This came packed, folded very nicely in a nice plastic bag. Ziploc bag. Usually with these cosplay costumes, what tends to happen is the belt and some of the accessories are often pretty cheap, but the base, which is the fabric in your cloak and things like that, usually turn out pretty good. So I'm hoping that the costume itself is going to be of relatively good quality, and all I have to do is just find some budget boots and a nice belt to work with it as well. Speaking of the belt, here it is. These are generally too small and made of vinyl, not leather, and they're not adjustable. And that is the case with this one here. I will say though, they did put the front buckle on here and it actually looks pretty decent. This could potentially work if you want to really stay on a budget. Unfortunately, it's not adjustable. All I have is one Velcro fastener here. And if it's too small or too big, you'd have to try to find a way to make that fitter work. This particular one does have a sewn-in belt clip for a lightsaber, but from my experience, these if it's not hard or plastic, that these don't hold lightsabers very well, so I would not be using this. Okay, so there's the belt. Oh, wow. Okay, so if you've seen Kelleran Beq, you know that he has almost a 3/4 length sleeve, and then he has almost like a forearm guard that looks like bandages wrapped around. You can see the layers on this, and it's, to my surprise, it's a zipper. So that can easily be placed on, put your hand in there, and then zip that up, and you've got those forearm guards. So I'm really impressed by that. That's pretty darn cool. Okay, so there's two of those, one for each arm. Here's the tunic. And his tunic is pretty long. It doesn't just stop at the thighs. I think his goes a little bit closer to the knees. And he also has this nice kind of gold trim design in the lapels. And this actually has that on there, so that's really nice. Oh, and an extra lining here too. So cool, so cool. I can already tell I'm getting my money's worth out of this. So there is the tunic. Next are the pants. Has an elastic waistline, no pockets, good size there. Same matching fabric as the tunic, so that blends in. And then the last piece would be the cloak. And his cloak does have a hood, which is right there. The hood looks a little small, but we'll have to see about that. And it's got some nice button snap fasteners on there too, which I assume would connect to the cloak or the tunic. So I've got long cloak, pants, tunic, and belt. I also want to point out that in a previous video, I ordered Kelleran Beq's lightsaber from DamienSaber on AliExpress. And the saber turned out brilliant. If you are curious about that, then please check out a video. I'll put a card right up here and you can check out that video to see the lightsaber, which I have right here to really bring the whole ensemble together. So, with all the pieces and parts here, the next thing to do is try it on. Let's see how it looks. All right, so now I'm ready to put this cosplay on and see how it looks. We're gonna start from the ground up. I don't have standard issue socks. Can I get some standard issue Jedi socks? No? Okay, I'll start with my own socks. Let's do the pants. All right, here we go. So I got the pants on, and they fit good. The elastic waistband fits nice and comfortably. I've got plenty of room in the seat and thighs. I went with a 2XL because I'm very tall. I'm 6'3", and most things that I order, usually sleeves aren't long enough and the pants aren't long enough. So I went with an extra size up from what I'm used to. And these are actually a bit too long. I'm surprised, I'm not used to that. But I could easily have these adjusted or hemmed if need be, but I'm also gonna tuck them into boots, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just hope that the rest of the tunic fits okay. We'll see. All right, tunic is next. All right, the tunic is on, fits nicely. I mean, it's a little big, but everything lays nicely and I have lots of comfort and plenty of room. I really do like that it's got a couple of layers. It's got this white layer here, and that folds in and then ties. And then you've got the outer tunic that folds together and ties. And then the tabards, which are stitched onto the shoulders, perfect, because sometimes tabards can get annoying trying to get them to lay right. So this works really well. I think the fabric feels good. Easy care, easy maintenance. Tabards across the back, even though that'll be covered up by the cloak anyway. So yeah, next thing is going to be the cheapy belt. Let's do it. Honestly, cheapy belt, not bad for a cheap belt. Again, it's a little big for me, so I may have to trim some fabric and reapply the Velcro so that way it is a little more snug, but I think it looks all right, especially if you're on a budget. This would pass. This would pass, especially if you have a lightsaber, and that kind of gets more of the focus than the belt itself. But so far, I really like how this feels. So the next step is going to be putting on the forearm guards. All right, let's do it. What do you think? I think they look all right. And from a distance, really works. I do think that if I actually went with my actual size, the extra large, I think it would have been just fine. But this works. Maybe a slight alteration so that way it fits a little more snug. But other than that, I mean, I'm digging this so far. And the cotton on that, I mean, it's solid material. I mean, I'm really impressed by how this was done. So, last piece, that's going to be the cloak. Here we go. And here's the full package. So, what do you think? I think it looks and feels pretty good. The cloak, the material it's a bit thin. I mean, you can almost see through it a little bit. But the way it's cut and having it thin, I actually did go for a little walk and it was blowing. It opened up behind me very nicely. So, I mean, Master Jedi.
Master Jedi?
This does feel pretty good. Of course, slight alterations to make it fit a little bit more tailored to me and my body. But overall, I mean, the tunic I think is very, very nice. Just the material itself, the way it lays, and it's been packaged for quite a while, and there's very little wrinkles in this material, so it's almost like an easy care, which is pretty cool. Would need to iron the cloak for sure, but I do think that this works nicely. The hood, it does fit, but he doesn't really wear it. Doesn't lay quite right because the material is so thin, but I'm not concerned about that. I would always just have it down anyway. So at this point, I feel like I've got a pretty solid, legit cosplay, and what you're seeing right now is only $80. So I just need to get some brown boots. I have black boots, but I need to get some brown boots, possibly another belt, but honestly, this could pass. I do think this belt could pass, which is pretty cool. But if I wanted to go a step further, I could get another belt to really maximize that as well. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. But there's just one last element that this needs. And I think you know what it is. All right, let's pull it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
If you liked this video and this content, please consider joining my Saberhood. And it would really help this channel out a lot if you gave this video a like. It would help me to produce more content going forward in the future. I also have videos on Director Krennic cosplay as well as Count Dooku. Please check my playlists so you can see all of my other content as far as reviews and unboxings go, like this Kelleran Beq lightsaber right here that I got from DamienSaber on AliExpress. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you. If at any point in the video you want to skip or bounce around to some of the information that I'm going to be delivering, let me try that again. I am not a dual wielder. I just thought I'd try my hand and hold it too, and yeah, that didn't really go well. Bloopers. Come on, kid. I'll take care of you. Let's get out of here.